What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Stank815, and I'm back with another video. Y'all new to this channel, man, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, get notified when I drop these videos. Today is going to be me telling y'all about me growing up in Rockford, Illinois. I don't know who did this video, but we're going to use this video because Rockford done changed a lot, man. I grew up in Rockford, Illinois in the 80s, and it's really, let's get into it. This right here is called Black Hawk Projects. Once again, Black Hawk Projects. A lot of people, when you come to Rockford, or, you know, you got to ride down Black Hawk. I fuck with Black Hawk. I'm from Orton Keys Projects, but I fuck with Black Hawk. I know a lot of people in Black Hawk. Most of the people out there right now I know. Shout out to Cortez and Nate and them sitting right there. But yeah, I know them over there. Look kind of like Dirty was over there. But yeah, man, a lot done changed in Rockford, Illinois. People come to Rockford, Illinois thinking it's sweet. Oh, man, we're going to come to Rockford, man. We're going to take over. Nah, it ain't like that. I know plenty of people that came from different places, you know, and got their ass murked, you know, R.I.P. But, you know, that's just like me saying I'm going to go to Chicago. I don't know nothing about Chicago. You know, I know, like, I got homies that's out there, but I don't know, like, nothing about Chicago to be going out there to try to take over nothing. But yeah, Rockford is kind of like divided between east, west, south, north. Yeah, you got gangs and stuff like that, but a lot of people click up, you know. You know, you got the east side, you got the north side, you got the south side, and you got the west side. This is just my opinion. My opinion. Look at Domino. How? This is my opinion. My opinion, the most dangerous parts of Rockford is certain parts of the east side, west side, and the south side. You mostly hear about the east side and the west side beefing with each other. You got the Blackstones, you got the Wacos beefing with each other. It's crazy. The east side beef with the west side. You got the east side, like Vice Lords, GDs, stuff like that, man. Mostly the east side is mostly, I would say, like Vice Lords and GDs on the east side. I don't even know why this is even put in. For real, I don't even know why he ride through here. Ain't nothing popping over here. For real, for real. That's just my opinion. Whoever doing this video just riding down the streets just to be riding. But yeah, don't nothing happen over here. That's the south side. I mean, in them little places right there, you don't hear nothing. Nothing goes on. But yeah, you got the GDs, Vice Lord, Wacos, you know. But yeah, me personally, growing up in Rockford, man, it was kind of crazy, man. Like, I grew up in Rockford in the 80s, so it was real. I remember back in the days, you couldn't even go to Concord if you was a Vice Lord at all. You could not go. It was it was ran by the GDs, man. Oh, that house on Rock Street is legendary. R.I.P. Dante. My homeboy, Mama and them live right there where I used to. That building right there been up there forever. Like, this building been there forever. And when I say ever, I mean forever, ever. But this is like going to the south side, man. That liquor store over there, this liquor store he pulling into, you definitely can get your ass murked. You know, like, you pull up there and your ops see you, it's gonna be something. Me personally, I'm from the east side. I go everywhere. I'm not really into it with nobody that I know of. Look at DC. He's a legend right there, y'all. That dude right there in the blue, that's DC, Daryl Cotton. a legend in Rockford, man. If anybody from Rockford know Daryl, they gotta know. I mean, anybody from Rockford, you gotta know DC. That man is a legend. But yeah, this is like the South Side. He about to probably turn right and go over Morgan Street Bridge, which is going to the east side. Oh no, he went fairgrounds. A lot of these projects is almost over with now in Rockford, man. But this is fairgrounds. They call it the FG. There's like a mix of games out there. I can't really tell you who out there because I think like Vice Lords, GDs, shit. You might have a couple of Stones out there. I don't know. They stuff is like crazy on how they handle stuff over there. But yeah, I ride through fairgrounds. I've been through here plenty of times. Like posted up. Uh, yeah, like I said, I don't be beefing with nobody that I know of. You know, I done had a little beef in Rockford, man, but it really never got too out of control to like where nobody actually died or I killed nobody or nothing like that. It never got that far. But it done got into like little beefs and stuff where words done exchange, you know, and other little situation. But far as anybody dying, nah, it never got that serious. My beef like that never got that serious with nobody, you know. But if it did, I wouldn't be afraid to handle it, you know. But nah, I never got to beef like that with nobody. But yeah, man, this FG's fairgrounds. You go to the other side, it ain't even there no more. Everything is shut down. Like the projects is completely shut down. It looked like a bandit. They might finna be tear down soon. But yeah, shout out to Fairgrounds, man. This Lee Street. R.I.P. Johnny Cox. It's a dude named Johnny Cox, man. He used to own houses and stuff right here. Like, as you can see, he used to own houses right there, but they tore them down. This right here used to be houses. People probably don't even know that. This used to be houses right there, but a man named Johnny Cox owned that. But R.I.P. to him. But yeah, Fairgrounds was dangerous too. I'm not gonna lie. You couldn't just go to Fairgrounds and thinking stuff was sweet. You'll get your butt murked out there, man. Them boys ain't playing. Them boys was for real out there in Fairgrounds. But like I said, I go anywhere. This laundromat, Mini Mart. He done went to the west side. He on the west side. Yeah. He on the west side, y'all. Over here, they don't play either. I'm gonna let you know right now. You keep thinking it's sweet. You pull up to this gas station if you want to. Yeah, the west side boys might draw down on your ass and might air you out. But here go Concord, where I was telling you about, like back in the days. I'm gonna keep it real with you. How he riding through there right now, he wouldn't be able to do that back in the days. They wasn't going for none of that. You was not riding through Concord back in the day. Somebody would have been on your car like crazy. You was not getting through riding through there like that. They got cameras and stuff set up out there, man. But yeah, Concord pretty, it get out of control. Like to this day, it's still one of the top projects where you will get murked. You know, like I don't really hear too much about the projects where I'm from. No more Orton Keys. Shout out to Orton Keys. That's my projects. That's where I was raised at. But yeah, I don't hear too much about Orton Keys no more. But man, Concord, it's for real, for real. They still active. And I'm not saying Orton Keys ain't active because, hey, look, I don't know people like that in Orton Keys no more, but I know a lot of people that live in Concord. I know a lot of people that live in Blackhawk still. This is the north side. Yeah. They get, north side keep it calm, man. I ain't gonna lie, the north side, they pretty much quiet. You don't really hear too much about the north side, man. But yeah, man, growing up in Rockford, man, it was real. You know, like I grew up in the 80s. My mama made sure everything was happening. You know, I watched her plenty of nights, you know, struggle, man, to make sure me and my sister now was good, man. If I ever get rich, I'm gonna make sure my mama good, man, like for real. Like that lady took care of me. She made me and guided me and tried her best to steer me um, on the right path. You know, like early growing up in the 80s, seeing stuff, seeing the stuff I seen was kind of like, wow. You know, I grew up in the 80s, so I seen a lot of stuff. I seen people get shot. I seen shootouts. I think I was probably about 9 years old, 8 years old when I seen my first. I think I was like 8 or 9 years old when I saw my first dead body. I was young as ever, you know, when I like seen my first shootout. I probably was like 3 or 4, you know, seeing a shootout in Orton Keys, you know, like it was crazy, man. But I grew up in the 80s, you know, Orton Keys was mostly like vice lords, you know, vice lords, man. But it was a few GD families out there, but Orton Keys was mostly vice lords. And right there, legendary. This street right here on the south side is legendary. If you don't know about this street on the south side, then you really don't know about the south side. Shout out to my homies, them that live over there. I really fuck with them, man. They some real people. They know who they is. I'm not saying nobody name on this, but yeah, I post up on that block and done posted up on that block plenty of time. 7th Street. 7th Street used to be a mud bed when I was growing up, man. You see hookers and stuff, but you still see them. But most of them like dope fiends, man. Uh, it used to go down on 7th Street, man. It's still like a little crazy, but mostly 7th Street is ran by like hookers, y'all. I'm gonna be honest, dope fiends and prostitutes and people that thinking they pimps out there trying to pimp dope fiends pimping dope fiends. I ain't gonna count. That's what it is. But yeah, I grew up in the 80s, man. It was real rough. This Orton Keys, man, it done changed a lot. Like Orton Keys, when I was growing up, man, it was nothing like that. You would get murked in Orton Keys. You have to really be about that. Really have to pay attention in Orton Keys or you would die out there. Like, it was for real, for real. But it done changed. My mama actually lived in that house right there. My mama lived in that house. My mama ended up moving to a place called the Hood because they turned their house into a police station when we was young. So they gave her a thing to move, so she moved, you know. But yeah, this is Orton Keys right here, man. It's quiet. You know, it definitely done changed a lot from when I was growing up. But a lot of people be thinking it's sweet, man. I grew up rough. I had it rough. I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all that I was like this made dude growing up. Nah, but I was influenced early in my life. You know, like growing up, seeing my brother gang banging. You know, seeing his friends gang banging. You know, seeing shootouts, seeing fast money, seeing people drug dealing, and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to do that. I ended up getting into that lifestyle as I started growing up. I ended up. That's Orton. That's Rock River School. I actually went to that school. I went to that school. This Rock River School. That school's still up there to this day. They might tore it down, but I don't believe so. But yeah, man, growing up in Rockford is real, man. Don't go to Rockford thinking it's sweet, man. Do not. I mean, please do not go thinking it's sweet, man. You will really like lose your life in Rockford playing around, man. It's crazy, but that's growing up in Rockford Part 1. I'm going to keep bringing y'all other stories, but most times I'm just going to be talking and letting y'all know about situations and stuff I done seen or, you know, like stuff I done, you know, but I'm not gonna put nobody name in nothing because I don't want to incriminate nobody on nothing, you know. But yeah, Rockford is crazy, man. A lot of people go out there thinking it's sweet, and they end up losing their lives, you know, or getting life in prison, you know, trying to protect themselves because they thought it was sweet. But I grew up in Rockford, man. I actually grew up in Orton Keys in the '80s, and like I said, I was influenced by drug dealing, so I ended up getting in trouble, man. Like growing up, uh, my brother, you know, he's a vice lord, so I wanted to be like my brother. I ain't gonna cap, but I grew up and I was watching. I used to watch Colors all the time. I was infatuated by Colors, so I used to say in my head like, "Dang, I want to be a Blood." I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, "Yeah, I want to be a Blood or Latin King." You know, and I'm like, man, I can't be no Latin King because it's not no black Latin King. But I always wanted to be like a Blood or Latin King growing up. I never wanted to be anything else, but I ended up being a vice lord growing up. And it was kind of weird. Like, I was growing up as a vice lord, and me and a few of my cousins was vice lords, but majority of my friends was GDs. And I'm like, damn, people used to be like, how you rocking, how you vice lord, but your homies is GDs? And I'm like, man, you know, it was kind of crazy because I used to get questioned a lot about that, like growing up. But I've never been like the type growing up that be like, oh, he a GD, let me shoot at him. Or, you know, he a GD, I'm not gonna fuck with him. Or I'm not gonna mess with him. He a Latin King, I'm not gonna mess with him. Oh, he a BD, I'm not gonna mess with him. Oh, he a SD, I'm not gonna mess with him. Yeah, I've never been that type of person, man. Like, I always like been about the money. You know, I watched other people, other like people that was around me was like, you know, hey, look, dude, Vice Lord, bro, I ain't messing with him. Or dude, GD, bro, I ain't messing with him. But me, I was all about that money, man. Like, I didn't care what you was claiming. As long as you don't disrespect me, we was good. Let's get money together. But it was pretty crazy growing up in Rockford. I looked up to a few people. Like I said, my brother, he was a vice lord, so I was amazed. I used to see the drug dealing and stuff. People come with thousands of dollars, and I'm watching this stuff. So I'm like, dang, man, he done made 2, 3 thousand. I'm, I want to do that. I was trying to go to school, but my um, my mother was like pushing me to go to school, but I was infatuated with the game banging and the drug dealing that I was seeing around, you know. So I ended up like taking the wrong path. But I just want to let y'all know this is part one. Y'all gotta stay tuned for part two, man, because I'm gonna be giving y'all more game on about me coming up in Rockford. And I'm even gonna let y'all know all the way up to me going to federal prison, to me getting out of federal prison. I got a long story to tell y'all, but y'all gotta tune in. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe, share, comment. Maybe y'all can get a little information out of this. Kids, it's more than life than game banging. It's more than life than drugs selling. I'm always gonna say this, man. I'm doing these videos because I want people to understand it's a different route. You don't have to be a drug dealer to make good money. You don't have to be a gangbagger to make good money, you know. But hey, y'all stay tuned for part two.